When the girl was just a month old, she was already able to write her own name, but instead of being proud, her mother wiped it away with disdain. Her father, upon realizing she was a girl, turned away in anger and left. On the day of discharge from the hospital, he carried Matilda in one hand and tossed her into the trunk as if she were nothing more than garbage. When they arrived home, the whole family went inside, leaving only the baby alone in the car. By the age of 1, Matilda could wash herself. By 2, she had learned how to dress up. By 4, she was already capable of living independently. Her father was always busy selling cars, her mother spent her days dressing up for card games, and her brother had school to attend. So Matilda had no choice but to take care of herself. When she felt hungry, she would make her own waffles, cracking 2 eggs, adding a spoonful of cake flour, mixing them together, and frying the batter until golden. She would then enjoy her homemade food while reading her favorite magazines. Those were her happiest moments. Once she had finished every magazine in the house, Matilda gathered the courage to ask her father to buy her some books, but he brushed her off, saying television was more entertaining and educational. Her brother, impatient with her, shoved her aside. So Matilda looked up the local library's address in the phone book and walked 10 kilometers on her own to get there. Every day, she sat quietly in the library reading. The librarian, touched by her determination, made an exception and issued her a library card so she could take books home. By the time Matilda turned 7, she had read countless volumes. When she asked to go to school, however, her father lied and said she was only 4, while her mother claimed she was just 5. One day, her father sold several used cars and asked his son to calculate the total income. Before the boy could answer, Matilda instantly gave the correct figure. Her father didn't believe her and locked her in her room as punishment. Furious, Matilda secretly poured bleach into his hair tonic. The next morning, his hair had turned completely white. Later, she smeared superglue inside his hat, making it impossible to take off. At a restaurant, the hat fiasco caused him to knock over other people's food in embarrassment. When they got home and found Matilda still reading, her father ripped the book from her hands and forced her to watch television instead. In her anger, Matilda's latent telekinetic power burst forth, making the television explode. After that, her father sent her to a strict school. The headmistress was notoriously cruel, constantly punishing students harshly. She even had a pitch-black choky room lined with nails, used for solitary confinement. Fortunately, Matilda's class teacher was gentle and kind. She soon realized Matilda was a gifted child and tried to have her moved up to a higher grade. But the headmistress refused and even found an excuse to lock Matilda inside the choky. Luckily, her teacher noticed in time and freed her. Later, the teacher confided in Matilda. The headmistress was actually her aunt, who had been merciless to her since childhood. Like Matilda, she too had never known parental love. One day, the two of them sneaked into the headmistress's house, hoping to retrieve the teacher's childhood doll. But just then, the headmistress's car broke down, forcing her to come home early. She caught sight of them and tried to seize them, but they managed to escape through a small window, leaving her screaming in furious rage.